what if you could change or improve someone's life, but something you already know how to do? What if something you've been trained for, or a challenge you faced, or something that comes naturally to you could impact others tremendously? In general, we tend to undervalue our knowledge and our expertise. We falsely think that if we can do it, others can do it, right? Newsflash, not so much. Your life experiences are unique to you. Some of you may have had life challenges that you needed to develop a strategy, a system, and gather resources in order to overcome. Others have a natural skill that the rest of us weren't born with. And then there's that group of you who have been trained or educated and are now experts in a specific industry. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can hear you thinking, hey lady, not me. I'm not an expert in anything. I'm going to have you take a closer look at yourself. I'm Roz Miller-Choice, and I'm known as the expert maker. And what I'm going to teach you today could be life-changing. My expertise is in building personal brands and anything that has to do with video production, like writing and storytelling and on-air presentation. And I learned those skills from my days as a television news anchor and reporter and producer. I had to write for 2 shows a day under really strict deadlines. And that experience had me writing really fast, because a newscast does not go on the air unless it has reporters with stories ready to go live. Now, I can write really fast, and what takes someone else hours and hours to conceive and outline and write, I've already done in 15 minutes. The other skill that I developed in the newsrooms in New York City would be my interviewing skills. I know how to ask the right question in order to get at the truth. And so that's the skill that I'm going to utilize with you today. I'm going to help you uncover your expert knowledge. That is why I am the expert maker. So I'm going to ask you 4 questions. And I want you to think deeply. Really, go beyond the surface, because you're going to have some aha moments. But let's have some fun. So here we go. Question number 1. What are you passionate about and could get lost in doing? Question number 2. What comes to you naturally and you cannot figure out for the life of you why other people can't do it as easily as you do? Question number 3. What challenges have you overcome in your life, in your career, or your business? And question number 4. When someone comes to you and says, hey, let me pick your brain, they're coming to you specifically because they know you're the go-to person when it comes to what? See, I told you, you were going to have some revelations. Can we now agree that you may have had some hidden knowledge that you didn't even realize that you had? And if you're truly honest, you know that the knowledge that you have, if you shared it, you could truly help someone else. Margaret Fuller, who was an American journalist back in the 1800s, said this: if you have knowledge, let others light their candles in it. Many years ago, I had the privilege of meeting and having lunch with the late, great Maya Angelou. She once said, when you learn, teach. When you get, give. The next step is to be able to share your knowledge. Gaining knowledge is the first step to wisdom. Sharing it is the first step to humanity. However, you can't just give someone a jumbled amount of uncoordinated information. They don't know what to do with it. You have to build a framework. What's your step 1, step 2, step 3? How do you get from this point of not knowing to this point of fully knowing? There must be steps along the way. Let me give you an example. A colleague of mine, Francine Zambardino, she's a personal organizer. When she goes into a clutter-filled room, there are mental and physical steps that she takes. The first thing she does is ask the homeowner how they want to utilize that room after it's clutter-free. Then she analyzes what's making up the clutter. Is it paper, clothing, odds and ends, knickknacks? Then she creates more piles. She creates a pile of things to keep, things to donate, and things to trash. And then she moves on to the next step and to the next step until the room is clutter-free. You have a system too. It was created when you were gaining the knowledge. Well, you have to recreate that system in order to communicate it to someone else. It's a simple process. Just think about it. What are your steps? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, however many it takes. Once you have a framework, you're ready to share it in order to change or improve or potentially save someone's life, depending on what knowledge you have. Dr. Guy Gentil, who is a psychotherapist in Southern Florida, he has specialized knowledge in post-traumatic stress disorder in first responders. And first responders are your police, firefighters, EMT, those people who show up first at the scene of a traumatic event. Well, they have a higher rate of suicide than the general population. Dr. Gentil has a system to prevent suicides. He has resilience training. The next step would be mental health exercises, and so on. See? He can save lives. But let me make this point. There is no important and unimportant sharing of knowledge. Step 3, how do you share your knowledge? There's a couple of ways. You can become a mentor or a trainer and do workshops and seminars. How about this? Write a book. We all have a book in us. Or you can speak from the stage. Public speaking is one of the best ways to share your knowledge. So, in conclusion, we have determined that you have knowledge to share. And if you use my simple 3-step process, 1, uncover your genius, 2, organize your thoughts, and 3, get ready to share it with the world, you'll be able to share your magnificence with someone that needs it. And in closing, I want to share something that a great person once said. In order to help more people, you have to stop being the best kept secret. Oh, wait, that's my quote. Thanks for watching. I'm Roz Miller Choice, and I'm known as the Expert Baker.